Hello, crafty friends. It's Robin from Raincross Farms Makery. Come on in. We've got a fun craft for you this evening. Again, my name's Robin. Behind the camera, behind the computers, my husband Bill. You'll hear him from time to time. He's going to help me out with comments. So hop in, say hello, get comfortable, and we're going to do a really fun craft tonight. Let me get this up and going. That one, and activated and published. So that should work. Okay, so today, if you are interested in getting into our weekly drawing, our next one will be May 14th, which will be Mother's Day in the evening. We do a weekly drawing, and to get entered in that, you need to enter the keyword. Tonight's keyword is planter. Planter, like a brick planter. Bill's gonna pin it if you need to actually see the word. So let me see. Let me turn this off if I can. Okay, that's done. Okay, so we are so happy to be hosting this segment of Craft Round the Clock. So if you are from Craft Round the Clock, we are glad to have you with us on our page. We hope you will enjoy what you see and you'll consider following our page. That would be just great. Hey, Ken. And I think I saw Cheryl. So of course, you know all the Facebooky stuff. Give our page a heart. Follow our page if you aren't already. We're still trying for 10,000 followers by the end of the year. We're at 7,500, so we think we can do it, but every day I need to keep reminding you. And feel free to sprinkle out our video to your page, to if you have any craft groups you belong to, or if you are watching tonight and what you see makes you think of a special friend who might really like it, feel free to tag them in the comments or share it to their page also. So, hello, Cynthia. Hello, hello. So, we also have, in addition to the weekly drawing, because when I go on Craft Round the Clock, I get a lot more viewers, I am hoping to get at least 25 live viewers. And if we hit that 25 mark, I'm going to give away some Happy Mail today at the end of this live. So in order to get entered to tonight's live drawing, you need to be commenting. Nothing in particular, but I'm going to set my little timer for a random amount of minutes. And when that timer goes off, Bill's job is to check and see who the last person that commented was, and they get their name on a ticket. And then at the very end, I'll go and I'll pick one or two, depending on my mood, depending on how happy you make me with your comments. So if you want to get your name on a ticket for tonight's drawing, you just need to comment, and you need to be the last one that comments before my timer goes off. Clear as mud, right? Okay, who else? Anybody else here that I need to say hello to? Okay, so let's get started. We are going to make a little planter. It's kind of a faux planter. It's not really something that you could put a plant in it that you need to water. You could, but you'd have to do a couple extra steps, and I'm not gonna do that. This is just kind of a decorative planter, and you can put a fake plant or whatever floats your boat in it. Hey, Alana. So what I did is I got 4 of these frames from, you guessed it, the Dollar Tree. So they're cute. I didn't see any there again today when I went visiting, but they have them. It doesn't have to be exactly like this, but this is a wood frame. Well, as wood-ish as Dollar Tree gets, but it's a wood frame. Not crucial, but it kind of is important for this project the way I'm going to do it. It has this cute little place for a label. Not crucial, it just kind of adds a fun little element. And I got 4 of them. 4 of them. And to save time, I already doctored up 3 of them. And I'm just going to show you how to do it on the 4th one. So you're going to need 4 of these. Okay, who all is here? Tammy, yay, you found us. Okay, so I'm going to take one of my 4 frames from the Dollar Tree, And I'm going to try and not break a nail. I'm going to take the back out, and I'm going to kind of pull up those labels. And I'm not going to need the glass, and I'm not going to need the paper. So put this away carefully. Don't just put it in your trash can, because you might end up slicing your hand. So I've got my frame. I've got my backer. I'm going to take these labels off. If they don't want to come off, here's my little trick. I get my super hot heat gun. You could just get a blow dryer, turn it on high. Keyboard. Are you on your keyboard? I thought you used voice to text, Tammy. I'm not sure what you mean. Okay, so I'm just heating that up, and it kind of releases the glue. Ta-da! And it's kind of sticky there. That's okay. You're not going to be getting to it. Taco Tuesday. We used to have Taco Thursdays, because that's when the little restaurant across the street had their special. So just a little bit of heat, and those labels just come right up. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Now on this, I'm going to take off this little decorative piece. It actually has little screws. Pretty cool. Now, if you wanted to use these for another project, you certainly could. But I will probably end up putting them back, and I'm going to put it in there. So I've got the screws off of here. I've got the back off. I've got the labels off of this, and then I'm going to actually take off this little stand. Okay, it just pops right off because we're not going to need it. So I have a surface here that I'm going to paint up, and I'm actually going to kind of do a faux stain on this. Hey, Cheryl, thank you. I made my t-shirt. It's fine. I'm fine. Everything is fine. So let's get started on this. Let me get something to put this down. So I'm going to use the side that is the smoothest, and I am going to just paint it with chalk paint. This is Waverly brand. The color is Plaster. I got this at Walmart. It's just a pretty off-white, kind of an ivory. And I'm just going to paint this surface up, because we're going to chalk some beautiful designs on this. Now this is actually going to take 2 coats. Uh-oh, timer.
Look at there, Jan Edelman.
Jan Edelman, hello. You are our first entrant into our drawing for tonight. Assuming we get to 25 views, which I'm sure we will. We're already at 16, 17. Okay, so I'm going to give that a single coat. Set that aside. I'm going to put Jan's name down. I did restart my timer. Jan Edelman. E-D-D-L-E-M-A-N. Okay, so you are in the drawing. Reset the timer. So again, for tonight's drawing, you want to be commenting, because you want to be the last one that comments before when the timer goes off, so Bill can see it. Okay, so this is going to need another layer, so I'm just going to let that dry. And then I'm going to stain this. Let me show you how I like to stain. I don't like to use real stain. I just use, it's upside down because it's kind of thick and I need it at the top. I just use acrylic paint. This is Spice Brown. You could use any color that you wanted to stain it to, but I'm going to use Spice Brown, and I'm going to use a baby wipe. It doesn't have to be a baby wipe. You could actually just do it with a damp paper towel also, but I'm going to squirt. That's not wanting to come out. I think I need to replace my brown. Anyway, we'll make it work. Okay, so I've just got a little bit of that acrylic paint on here on the damp towel, And I'm just kind of wiping it on, and the moisture in the towel kind of dilutes the paint color, so it looks more like a stain. Okay, and I'm going to put a little, I'm going to grab a little bit more to put on. I think what I've got is a clog. So there it goes. It all comes out at once. We don't want that. Time to get some new paint. I've had this for years. Okay, I'm going to get a new baby wipe.
Cheryl says you dilute with water, or
you could dilute it with water. That's a mess. There's already water in here. If it's kind of dried out, I just kind of give it a quick little spray. So I'm diluting it with water while it's on the baby wipe. Okay, and I just put a little dab of paint, and again, go over it. I'm going to get all the corners, all the edges, and it comes out lighter than if I had just painted it. You can still see the grain of the wood through it. So it's kind of a faux way to stain. Poor man's staining. I don't know. And I'm getting this all over my hand, and that's okay. Now, sometimes I have noticed that when you're not using the highest quality surface, like there's glue in these edges, you can kind of see where it doesn't completely cover because there's glue in there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to give this a quick dry. Hey, Julie, thanks for watching from Kentucky. So I'm just going to dry this real quick, not super, super dry, but just so that it's, get some of that moisture out of there. Okay, Tammy, did you get the keyword? Did you get the message? Because last night she didn't, and I looked and she did everything right. So to cover up some of those little stains, not stains, but where it didn't completely soak in, because it is a Dollar Tree surface, I'm just going to take a little bit of the paint and not so much rub it, but I'm just going to kind of dab it. So it covers that a little more solidly, and then kind of rub out from there, kind of feather it out. And then you can't really tell that there was a imperfection in the stain. Ta-dam! Okay. How are we doing on time? We're doing good. Okay. Now, okay, good. Well, last time, make sure, I'll check later. Last time she had the keyword and it responded to her, but it never sent her the message.
Oh. Well,
I mean,
did it say?
It
says here that it did.
Does it say see reply?
Right there.
No, does it say?
It says like, and it has her name.
Okay, but it should say, instead of saying send message, it should say, nothing beats real stain. Yeah, Ken. I'd have to go out to the garage and I'd have to ask Bill for some stain.
No, it's mine.
So I just do mine. Hopefully, are you guys getting the message?
There's Vicky.
Are you guys?
Vicky. Oh, that's a beep. And the last one was Ruth Seeley.
I'm going to change this. Ruth Seeley, you are our next entrant. Ruth Seeley, E-Y. Okay, you are entered. Okay, are you guys okay. It should be, see how, Bill, do you see where it's on Ruth's?
Mm-hmm.
Up above, up to where her name is. I'm teaching Bill something. Okay, up there, right there, all the way over to the right, it says see response. Yeah. That means she got the text.
Oh, okay. That's
Okay,
new.
if it doesn't say, no, it's not, but it's
new,
it's a Joshua tree. Okay, I'm going to give this a second coat.
Okay, so it said send message to Tammy. I'm going back to Tammy's name here where she typed in and send message.
If you don't get the message, just kind of type in the comments, didn't get message, and I will go through and I'll make sure you got entered, and I will send you the message by hand.
Julie says she got hers.
Good, good, good.
Tammy's trying again. So, Tammy, I don't know.
Okay, Tammy, I don't know what's going on with yours because it didn't work last night, but I'll see what I can figure out. Okay, 2 coats of paint on this. Let's put that in some water. Let's dry this. Okay. So when you get your message, you type in the word planter. That's our keyword for our weekly drawing, which we do on Sunday nights.
So, the 14th this week.
So if you watch all of my lives during the week, you may end up with 4 or 5 or 6 entries in that weekly drawing. Because every live I do a new keyword and that enters you into the weekly drawing. So when you get that message, it will tell you you're entered. It will also give you some buttons to push. Okay, Cheryl didn't get the message. I will go through and I'll send it to you personally and see if I can figure out what is going on. So some other buttons that you can push if you want more information, like the chalk supplies I'm about to be using tonight, or some of the sales I'm going to talk about. And so feel free to push on those buttons. It doesn't automatically sign you up for anything, so feel free to...
You did reset your timer?
I did. Okay, so I told you I did 4 of these, but I didn't want to do them all while you were watching. So I have 4 frames, and I have 4 backers, and these these I have already waxed because I'm going to put my sticky transfer down on it. So I'm going to put some surface wax on this.
We had a little stall out on the video.
Uh-oh. Okay. Vicki got the message. Good. Julie got it. Good. Message. I don't know what's going on, Tammy. I don't know. I have a Zoom call with the person who showed me how to use the program, and I will certainly ask her tomorrow if we can figure out what's going on. Okay, so I'm putting a little wax down because this is a freshly painted surface, and I'm going to put a sticky transfer down on it. Now this is the transfer I'm going to use. It is called Found Patterns from Nature. So it comes in a big old sheet. I've got these cut apart. So you get this one that kind of looks like a grass cloth. And this one that just looks like some leaves. And then this one, really pretty, some little flowers and some vines. And then this one kind of looks like, what is that, leopard print? So what I'm going to do is on each panel, I'm going to do a different one of these. Now, probably it might make more sense to do the same thing, but I want to experiment with all of them. So I'm going to do one on each of them, and we'll kind of decide which one we like the best. What does the wax do? The wax puts a protective coat on my paint because these are sticky transfers. So I'm going to put something sticky on here, and I don't want it to stick so tightly to the paint that I pull the paint up when I pull up the transfer. So the wax protects that. Okay.
You're beeping.
There's my timer again.
Well, there's Cheryl Block.
Cheryl Block.
Cheryl Block. My tongue is all messed up.
Okay, I've got Cheryl Brock entered. Okay, I'm going to get my fuzzing cloth. It's just a towel, and that's also going to give me a little bit of protection because I'm going to tone down the stickiness of the transfer by putting a little bit of fuzz or a little bit of lint on the design. And that has little fuzz balls. I don't want big fuzz balls on it. So I'm only going to use a little section of each of these. So again, if you're doing this, you might want to do them all the same design. That's perfectly fine. That's probably what I would prefer. She answered, I think. Hey, Vicki, I haven't said hello to you. So I've got a little bit of fuzz on this, and I'm going to put this down. I'm just going to go to a corner, and I'm going to make sure there's no big chunks of fuzz and no air bubbles. And I'm going to use a variety of colors. Again, if I was really doing it just, you know, maybe to sell it or to use in my house, I might do all the same color, all the same pattern, but I am just kind of experimenting, so stick with me. I'm going to use our new, this is our color of the month. This is called Saucy. It's only available in the month of May, but it's this beautiful rusty colored red. Kind of reminds me of a weathered barn. Anyway, the only way you can get this is during the month of May. If you put in an order of $75, it unlocks your availability to purchase this. So if you like this color and you want to get it, May is the month you need to do that. So I'm putting a little bit of that paste on my squeegee, and I'm just pushing that paste through the screen. All the edges. I think this is going to look cool.
That's a gorgeous color.
It is. It is a gorgeous color. I didn't say hello to you, Maud. How are you? Okay. So I've got this down. I'm going to scrape off the excess. I may be using this again, so I'm going to hang on to that. Now I'm going to peel this off. This is where I didn't want to peel off the paint, and I didn't. And so here is my pattern. Isn't that pretty? So pretty. Cool, cool, cool. So I don't smudge it. I'm going to kind of give it a little quick dry. And then let's see, what are we going to do next? Let's do this these big old leaves. Kind of wish they were a little bit smaller, but that's okay. Let's see what it looks like. Same thing. I'm going to put some fuzz on this. So that it doesn't stick to my paint. Honestly, I think this whole planter would look awesome with this all the way around. But like I said, I'm doing this as a demo, so you can kind of see what each of them looks like. So let me... There. And I'm going to do this in my pesto. I love this green. I use my pesto green for these leaves. And another squeegee, some more paste on my squeegee. Apply that all around.
Cynthia said it's awesome and pretty.
Thank you.
Pretty green, pretty, pretty, pretty. Everybody thinks it's pretty. Teresa says, hey, everyone. Pretty.
Hello. Hey, Teresa. Okay.
And that is Teresa Adams.
Okay, Teresa Adams, you are entered into our end of the evening drawing. If you're just hopping on, we are also having a weekly drawing. So if you want to get enrolled in that, if you want to get eligible, entered for that, you need to comment the word planter, because I'm going to make a little planter box. tonight. So that's our keyword. That's pretty. Look at that. I'm loving it. Okay, let's put this one down.
Laura says the Pesto green is nice.
Okay, let's do the, what are these? Leopard prints? Leopard spots? Let's just do them in bark. I'm going to do that in bark. I'm doing a very, it's kind of an autumn-y color palette, but I am an autumn. I am an autumn. Thank you, Cynthia.
Doesn't look like it went through to Teresa.
Okay. Okay. I will go through and it might just take a while too. I don't know. I don't know. Okay. So I waxed my boards. Again, I am making a planter out of 4 Dollar Tree frames. These frames are like 3.5 by 5, but that's not crucial. You can use any size frame that you want. It doesn't matter. You just need 4 of them. Okay. Let's get my leopard print down. And my squeegee.
Julie says, can you use those only one time? I'm wondering if she's thinking about the stencil.
The transfer, the stencil, no, you can use them multiple times. They're self-adhesive and they're cleanable, and you can get, the company guarantees 10 to 12 uses out of each one. But I know if you clean them up promptly and thoroughly, you can get more uses out of that. I have them that I've had 20 or more. Used 20 or more times, and they're still working just fine. Ooh, look at that. Pretty, pretty, pretty. Okay. And let's do our last one. Our last one's going to be kind of detailed because it's got flowers and leaves. So we're going to kind of mix it up a little bit. We're going to do the leaves and the stems in the pesto, and the flowers, I think we will do in the saucy. Oh, I did reset my timer. Questioning myself. Okay, let's see. You know what? Let's kind of just center it right there.
Tammy, I can see your comments.
Okay. Are you not able to see comments, Tammy?
I don't think she's getting responses on things.
Okay, I don't know. I don't know. I know somebody had trouble last night. They weren't seeing anyone's comments except their own. And so they had to actually go out of Facebook and come back in, and that kind of took care of the problem. Okay, I'm going to, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to switch out to my detail tool. And
Cheryl says she's getting her saucy on.
You're getting your saucy on Friday.
She's getting saucy.
Okay, so all of the leaves are going to be green. And kind of a tight space, so I'm using my smaller tool, which gives me a narrower squeegee.
Well, just so you guys know, I tell her this all the time, but she needs to move it back closer to her so it's outside of the comment area. There she goes.
Okay. Sorry.
That's better.
Sorry.
Oh, there we go. Well, that's Vicki Peterson.
Okay, you're gonna have to hang on to that name for me for a minute.
I got the name.
Okay, because
I
don't want to stop this just yet. Okay, that's more leaves. Some more leaves.
Peterson.
Okay.
Kind of sad that I won't be home when it gets here. Oh, you're going to go to Clear Lake. She's going to visit a friend in Clear Lake.
Well, it'll be there when you get back.
That's right.
Okay, and then I'm going to do the flowers in Saucy. I think they named it after barbecue sauce. And it kind of looks like the color of barbecue sauce, but I love it. It's a very warm reddish orange. So we are also having a special during the month of May. We are having Color Craze, where you can buy any 3 jars of paste or ink and you get a 4th one for free. So if you buy 4, you're getting a 25% discount, which is pretty awesome. So if you've been wanting to stock up on a few colors, now's a good time to do that. Did I reset? Yeah, I reset. Okay, I don't want to take too long to do this because I don't want my paste to dry
Both Cheryl and I answered.
in the screen.
Tammy said she asked a question we didn't get an answer to, so I'm wondering what her question was.
Okay, so here is, oh, pretty. Okay, who was that name?
The name was Vicky, V-I-C-K-I, Peterson.
Petersen. Okay, you are entered, Vicky Peterson. This reminds me of wallpaper. Does that remind you of wallpaper? I don't know why. Okay, let me put the lids on these. We got to get to moving so that you can see this finished product.
Yes, Tammy, you're in the line. We'll make sure you get in it.
Yes. I will make sure. I'll go through it, and anybody who says they didn't get the message, I will double check and make sure you get put in the drawing. Ooh, and I didn't turn on my glue gun. Shame on me. I did restart the timer. Okay, so I'm going to put these back in. I'm going to do it. I'm going to put all the sticky sides. So I'm going to put those down. Now I've got that little framed. What did I do? I did sticky side down. Pretty. And sticky side down. Pretty. And okay, so I've got those. I'm waiting for my glue gun to heat up. In the meantime, I'm going to put my hardware back on, at least a couple of them, so you can kind of see how that looks.
So Vicky says, if you use just one stencil, which one would have you picked? That's a good question for everybody.
I don't know. So tell me, which one would you have picked? What are we going to call these? Okay, so there's leopard. There's leopard. There's leaves. There's grass. And there's flowers. Tell me which one you would have picked.
Tammy's, when she sends you the link, she's going to have to do it herself. Mm-hmm. When she sends you the link, then you can punch one of those buttons and it'll tell you where you can get the paste.
Okay.
Oh, you're beeping again.
I'm beeping.
Well, that's Tammy Whiting on the last
one. Let's get her entered. Tammy. Yep. And Tammy, I will, whoops. I will make sure you get the information. So the frames came with this little thing. It doesn't need it, but if you've got it and you like it, put them back on. If you can't find these exact frames, it's not crucial. They don't have to be a specific size. They all just need to be the same size as each other.
So I got 2 votes for leopard. I got 1 for leaves, got 1 for flowers. Vicki says flowers for me. Julie says I like the leaves. Marianne says the leopard, and Laura says the leopard. Teresa says super cute.
Okay, now, next question. Would you have done the same? No. Would you have used the same color on all 4 sides? Or would you have switched up the colors so you could kind of turn it? And okay, so I've got that on another one. I'm not going to take the time to do all of these, but let's see. Is my glue gun hot? Yep, good enough.
There's another leaves and flowers. Alana said leopard. Teresa said leaves and flowers.
Okay, so I'm going to we're going to glue these together like this, and we're going to make basically a box. Now I'm going to use part hot glue and I'm going to use part, this is Fix-All adhesive. It's a lot like E6000, just because sometimes the hot glue doesn't always, come on. There we go. Sometimes the hot glue doesn't always stick super, super well. So I'm going to do a little bit of both. This will take a little longer to dry. But in the meantime, the hot glue will hold it in place immediately.
Laura says she would switch. Ruth says she likes the different colors. Vicki says she would have done a color for each season.
Oh, that's a cute idea.
Says use all the same. Cheryl Brock says each side a different season.
That's a good idea too. You guys are also smart. Okay, so I'm going to line that up. I'm going to push it down so I'm sure it's flat. And I'm going to put, let's see, what do I have? I have green. I'm going to do this one here. Same thing. I'm going to use my Fix-All or my E6000.
What are you waiting for, Alana? She says she wants to wait until I see it completed.
Oh, till she wants to see what it looks like.
Are you being indecisive? Is that what we're up against here?
Okay. Let's put this one up there.
Cheryl says I got the idea from Vicki. Of course you did.
Okay.
That's the nice part, is we all get to
share ideas. Okay, and then this one is going to actually get into there, so I have to do both sides of this. And I'm trying not to mix the hot glue with the E6000 because I've heard that they kind of don't cooperate together if they're mixed together. Okay, so I'm going to slide that in there and that in there. And I'm going to try to make sure it is flat. Oops. It's not stuck yet. Okay, now I pre-cut out, I kind of held them together and I looked to see how big this opening in the bottom is. And I pre-cut out a piece of cardboard.
Oh, goodness. Okay. Carrie Babin Tyndall just said planter. And she got it I think I said her name right.
Okay, got you entered. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to put like a little something to hold this in place. So I'm going to use some of these Jenga blocks to hold the bottom part in place. Now I didn't do it square because I wanted it to be, because I purposely didn't do it square. Let's just say that. Okay, let's glue on a Jenga block, and this is just going to hold that bottom cardboard in place.
This gives a lot of strength to put the blocks in too, when you put them in the corners.
Well, I'm actually not putting them in the corners, but I could. I can still go back and put them in the corners.
Cheryl, Duke says hello, so I sent you a photo.
I squished out some glue, so let's clean that up. I'm running out of time. Aren't you glad I did 3 of these ahead of time? So I will show you in just a second what I did. So I glued these in, right in there, and I left just enough gap, the height of my little bottom piece. So that should fit right in there. And then afterwards, I'm going to glue this down, but I'm not going to take the time right now. And so here's my little planter, and I'm also not going to have time to put on its little feet, but I got these are called finial caps. Finial caps, I'm pretty sure I got these at Hobby Lobby. They're just little wooden things that they cap off finials, but they also make cute little feet. So I'm going to go in, I'm going to stain these feet, and I'm going to put this up on feet. And then I'm going to, I got this cute little thing. I thought it might look cute to kind of have a little ball of foliage. Or I could just I could put some florist foam in the bottom.
Okay.
And kind of arrange these.
This is just sort of a crazy question.
Yes.
Would that fit a toilet paper roll?
It probably would. I don't know that it'd fit a box of Kleenex. Anyway, I got to finish this up. So here's the side. Here's the flower. Here's the leaves. Here's the grass. And here is the leopard print. So cute, cute, cute. So I'm going to finish this up. I'll post a picture of it tomorrow. And let me pick 2 winners. Okay, so
Jesse, if you didn't get a message, make sure you say
something. If anybody typed in planter and did not get a message, tell me no message and I'll go through and I'll give it to you. Okay, yay, I did hit 25. Okay, so my first winner is Laurel Beth Bergstrom. Laurel Beth Bergstrom. Is that from tonight?
I don't think so.
I think that was from a previous one.
I think that's right. Do you not empty that out?
I thought I did. I thought I did. Okay, Jessie Sott. Jessie Sott. I know that's from this week. And, okay, Laurel Beth Bergstrom, I think, was from a previous one. And this is Ruth Seeley. I know she was from tonight. So Ruth and Jessie, I will be reaching out to you. I will send you a message on Messenger after I get cleaned up here. So you don't have to respond tonight because I know it's late where some of you are. But just know I'm going to send you a message. I have a couple questions so that I can send you the perfect Happy Mail for you. And so I'll be reaching out to you. Okay, I think that's it. Yay, yay, yay. Here, let me pose just for a second. Cute little planter. I'll finish it up, come back and look at the page. Tomorrow I will be going live doing a club project. I think I'm going to do it at like 10 a.m. Pacific time tomorrow. So keep an eye out. Thanks a lot. Thanks for joining us, and we will see you later. Bye-bye.